So how's it going, my no-fap and semen retention brothers? Hope everybody's doing well. You guys are still retaining. You guys are still trying to become the best version of yourselves. Staying productive each day, man. Alright, so today's topic is something that a lot of men have been requesting, and I still don't know why it's such a huge kind of confusion amongst young men or even men who are, middle-aged. But it's about size. Does size matter? Yeah, obviously know what I'm talking about. But here's the thing, guys. There is no clear-cut answer of saying yes, it does matter, or no, it does not matter. And I'll explain. See, society has just put it in everybody's heads that the bigger you are, that just means you're better. If you're bigger in the pants, then that just means that you'll probably last longer. You'll probably satisfy her even more. I feel like these people who have made this are probably females. Females who want men to feel more insecure about themselves, or men who are just bitches, who just, like to do everything for females, and they just want them to be happy. They don't care about their own happiness. They don't care if they're satisfied. They just want to satisfy them. They've made the vagina into this mysterious thing that just, it can't be pleased. That's how they make it out to be. But here's the thing, it can be for sure. But a lot of men just think about the penetration part. That's why you guys fall into the trap of thinking that bigger is always better. But here's the thing, when a guy is too big, it can be either in length or in girth. It'll be painful for the female. Okay? It will be very painful for her. There are cases where females have even said that they've started bleeding, that it just ended up being too deep for them, because there's different ways to please a female. It's not just only penetration. And obviously, if it's not too big, but in this case I'm not talking about being small in length, I'm talking about thin. If you're thin down there, then most likely you're not going to be able to please a female. Mind you, I didn't say short, I said thin, because girth actually matters a lot more than length in recent studies that I've read upon, and it surprised me as well. I was like, okay, wow. Because society has they just put in everybody's heads that the longer you are, the better you are. That's it. And even females just look at guys and they're like, if they see a guy who's hung, and they're just probably like, he's probably gonna be great in bed. Or especially if she does not have a lot of experience. If she does have a lot of experience, more than likely she's not going to give a crap how big you are down there. Obviously she's not going to want you to be extremely thin, or she's not going to want you completely flaccid all the time. But the thing is, she's going to want something that's at least in the middle range, right? That's just normal. But here's the thing, guys. The main thing that matters during sex is the lubricant you guys use, and you have to experiment with it. You have to experiment what position is the best for you guys. Because, majority of females actually find their satisfaction through the missionary position. That's just how it is. They can adjust themselves. They can put their hips like forward or down, or I don't know, however they want, depending on how deep they want the guy to go. So you have to find a position that's most satisfying. And then size won't really matter as much. Okay, guys? It won't matter if you're extremely, small, in your opinion. Depends what you think is big, it depends what you think is small. But that is what matters more than size, is the actual position you get into. Because you may not realize it, but if you've done only one position in an entire lifetime, and if you actually change that up, you'll be surprised that she's actually having an orgasm a lot faster than the previous girl that you used a different position in. Because it's different for every female. Okay, guys? And obviously, yeah, like men were hung, they're just looked at more like, by females, they're just looked at more like masculine, or guys who can satisfy her or whatnot. But it depends what you do with what you have. Okay, that is the main thing. Okay, so size does not matter in the case if you know exactly what you are doing in bed. Like if you're a virgin and you're having sex for the first time, you might either ejaculate extremely quickly, probably before you even start penetrating, or you might not end up getting hard at all. I've had the latter experience during my first time, and I thought, I was like, what the heck is going on? But that's just related to more of performance anxiety. So when you have too much performance anxiety, you're either going to ejaculate right then and there, or you're most likely not going to ejaculate at all. And alongside with, having what you're going to do with what you have, it depends on how you actually make the girl feel. Because, okay, the only way it doesn't matter about what a girl feels is if you're literally going out and, paying somebody for sex, which I hope nobody's doing. Like, I hope you guys never ever get to a desperate spot like that. But if you actually have a female who, you actually want to get to know a little, whatever, and you actually make her feel good, make her laugh, you make her feel like she's actually attractive, and you try to make her work for it a little more too. If you actually do all this, she's gonna feel that. It's gonna make her feel good. Okay, once you obviously just don't go and just start complimenting her on everything, because every single guy does that. What the heck is the point of that? That doesn't differentiate you from every other guy. Like if she's extremely hot, that's the kind of girl you should go for. She's the one who's actually hit on the least, because guys are afraid of her. Guys are afraid of, they already have the mindset that she's gonna reject them. That's why they don't even approach her. So go for girls like that. Okay, trust me on this. Go for girls who are more hotter than the latter. If you see a girl who's like in your book, she's like 8. She's like the average 8 that you see almost every single day, every single place. She got a great figure, but she's just that 8. You know it in your mind because you just have a lot of experience talking to females, and you just know. Like that's an 8 right there. She's a 9 at best. Like if I'm extremely generous and in an extremely good mood, then she's a 9. But then that 10, those dimes, man, those are the ones who do not get hit on a lot. And if they do, they get hit on probably by assholes who just want to have sex with them. So if you actually make the effort and put in some effort, trying to have some kind of good conversation, actually try to be charming, then you having those kind of feelings alongside, she's not really going to care about the size of your member, man. I mean, if it's a little small, she might look past it. More than likely she'll look past it if you make her feel good beforehand. Okay, obviously foreplay, all that comes into play. You can't just think about sex and just go straight penetrating, because that's one, you're probably just going to ejaculate very fast, and it's going to take her extremely long, because you got to warm up for everything. Same way you warm up before a workout, it's the same way you stretch to get the muscles relaxed, and to actually make sure you don't get injured. That's what you do before a workout, right? Same way it works for before having sex. All right, guys, and last thing that is the main thing is that you guys have to be happy with what you have. You guys have to be happy with whatever it is that you have. And there's a lot of talk here and there. It's always been there, actually, that certain races are just more gifted down there than other ones. Not always the case. See, a lot of my friends, they're a lot of different races, and some of them tell me, they're like, I don't know what the whole thing is about, this race being good in that category, this race being good in that category. I have other Indian friends who are like better basketball players than a lot of other people that you see, okay? And I have a lot of Asian friends too, who hate to read. They just don't like to do it. But see, that's the thing. Like, society has just put it in your mind that certain people are a certain way. I have never been that kind of Indian brown guy who was extremely smart in school. I hated school. I still hate school. But that's the thing. Like, you guys see me, you guys probably think, oh, his dad's probably a doctor. oh, I mean, okay, yeah, maybe he is. But my point being is that you guys just see me and you put me in that category. Same way if you see, let's say, a white guy, you might put him, I don't know, what's something that white guys are good in? I don't know. But, and if you see a black guy, you might put him in an athletic category. You know, that's just how society works, and that's how they have embedded it inside your mind. So don't always think like that, okay? Because a lot of people have their own thing going on. They have their own sizes. They're just their own way, okay? So what you have to do is just worry about what you have, okay? And you should be happy about it, actually. Always be happy about it and make the girl feel good beforehand. She will not care about the size of your member as much. I promise you. Stop stressing about it so freaking much, okay? Just be confident. Just be confident in yourself, okay? Be confident so much so that you think of, when you have a female in bed, what do you think of? Do you think, how am I going to please her? Or do you think, how is she going to please me? Have the latter mindset. Have the mindset that, how is she going to please me? If you get in that kind of mode, your confidence by itself is going to increase. She's going to sense that in the bedroom too. She's going to be like, damn, this guy doesn't really give a crap about me. He just, like, you know, I have to really work hard to make him feel better. So you have to have that kind of mindset. Because that's the main kind of mindset like most guys do not have. They just have the mindset, they go in the bedroom, they're like, all right, let me try to, you know, do this. Let me try to eat her out for an hour. Let me try to, you know, do different things. Hopefully she'll come very soon. And then, you know, I'll be able to come too. You have to think about yourself first. You have to be selfish during sex. Okay, guys? Because once you start doing that, then is the time when she'll actually come before you even know it. And you'll be surprised, trust me. But yeah, let's stick to like the main point of this video. It's not about how to make them come, whatever. We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about size. So guys, size does not matter as much, okay? There's so many men out there who tell me like, oh, like they just ejaculate extremely quickly. They can't do anything about it, all right? It doesn't matter what race. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't really matter how big you are down there either. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like if a female sees it, she's gonna be more attracted to it. Bottom line, that's just the way it is. Okay, she actually sees it, and it's like it's big. She'll be attracted. If it's not as big, she probably won't be. But that's just the way it is. But this only works if you're gonna pay somebody for sex, and like that's the only purpose of you guys meeting. But if, you know, beforehand, you actually go pick up a girl, you make her feel good, and then you take her to the bedroom, then that's a different game. And that's the game that we're trying to play at, all right? That's the kind of game we're trying to play at. We're not trying to freaking please every single female in this world. We don't care. They have to please us. All right, guys? Yeah, man. So, simple answer, size doesn't matter. It's not, you can't say yes or no. Nobody can make a video telling me, I mean, they can make it, but it won't convince me if you guys say, yes, it does matter. No, it does not matter. Okay? Because that's not all that matters. I mean, if you actually do tell me that is the only thing, more than likely you probably never had sex. That's why you're saying that, because, you know, almost every virgin, I guess, out there has that in their mind that, you know, the bigger they are, then they'll be able to satisfy a female in bed. So that's the only case. Like if somebody actually tells me that yes, size absolutely matters, is the only thing that matters. All right, that means you guys probably just never had sex. But it's a different kind of experience, guys. It's a different ball game when you guys get into it, and you guys actually go for it, when you guys actually do it. It's completely different than what you see in pornography videos. I'm pretty sure you guys know that by now. And yeah, so guys, size doesn't really matter. Depends what you do with it is what matters, all right? Position matters. What you do beforehand matters. Your foreplay matters, all right? And you can actually make her come a lot sooner than you might think, okay? Even if you feel like you lack size down there. All right, guys. Hope you guys learned something in this video, and hope you apply it to your daily lives. And if you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button down below. If you guys have not already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want, check out my Patreon page. I have articles for you on that. You can support me there as well. You guys can check out my Snapchat. If you guys have comments, questions, suggestions about future videos, or you guys have any kind of questions on your own about nofap, semen retention, law of attraction, female attraction, you know, erectile dysfunction, whatever the heck it is, make sure you guys email me. All right, guys, that's Iron Heroes, man.